Okay, imagine a technology so powerful it could literally end lying, forever. A machine that knows exactly how you feel, maybe even better than you do. Now, this sounds like something straight out of sci-fi, I know, but for two scientists in a quiet lab, it just became a terrifying reality. Let's be real, we all do it. We all wear a mask. It's just a fundamental human thing, right? From the little white lie you tell to get out of plans, to a secret you've buried for years, we all show a certain version of ourselves to the world. It's how we get by, how we protect ourselves, and, sometimes how we protect the people we care about. But what happens when that mask, that filter we all use, just becomes totally transparent? Well, that is the exact question at the heart of a very tense, very late-night conversation between two Australian scientists. Why? Because they're the ones who built the machine that can do it, a machine that sees the truth you're desperately trying to hide. So, to really get what they've created, we have to understand this one basic idea. We can control our words, sure. We can fake a smile. But there is a secret language our bodies are speaking, constantly, that we have absolutely zero control over. Every single second, our bodies are just broadcasting these things called physiological signals. Think of them like tiny, involuntary biological footprints of how we truly feel. Fear, excitement, deception, love, you name it. And here's the kicker. These signals are completely invisible to other people. We can't see them. So what are we talking about here? Well, think of them as the body's ultimate poker tells. You've got tiny, tiny fluctuations in the rhythm of your heart, microscopic beads of sweat that pop up on your skin when you're under pressure. This isn't what you say you feel. This is the raw, unfiltered data of human emotion. So, at this top research institute, you have two lead scientists. Let's call them Liam, he's the total enthusiast, and Anya, the skeptic. They built an AI that could actually listen in on this secret language. And they ran a secret test, pointed their sensor at someone in a high-stakes negotiation. And what they found was just staggering. 98%. Just let that sink in for a second. 98% accuracy. Their algorithm could read these hidden signals from the body and know with near-perfect certainty what a person was really feeling. It wasn't just reading stress, no. It was reading sincerity, fear, and deception, all in real time. For Liam, the tech guy, this was it. This was a breakthrough for all of humanity. He looked at Anya and said, "It's not a lie detector, it's a truth detector." There's a difference. He wasn't seeing some interrogation tool. He saw a way to build a world on pure, undeniable truth. He was in awe. Anya, though? Yeah, she was starting to feel this deep sense of dread. And this is where their debate went from a scientific argument to something deeply personal. The abstract wonder of their creation quickly became a painful dilemma, and it revealed the very real, very human cost of knowing too much. So, get this. The story is, Liam, just in a moment of pure curiosity, he used a prototype on a close family member, someone he knew was struggling with something. The machine immediately picked up on these deep, hidden signals of distress and deception. It uncovered a painful lie, one that just shattered the family's trust. The truth was out, sure, but the damage was done. And this is the question that started to haunt Anya. She argued with Liam that maybe some truths just aren't meant to be known. That the little white lies, the hidden fears, the masks we wear. Maybe that's the glue holding our relationships and even our society together. Is knowing everything a gift? Or is it a curse? You see, their fight wasn't just a scientific debate anymore. It was deeply philosophical. It was a preview of this massive clash that's looming for all of us, the unstoppable march of technology versus our fundamental right to our own private thoughts. Their whole conflict really boils down to two possible futures. On one hand, you have Liam's vision, the promise, revolutionizing mental health care, stopping terrorists before they act, creating real verifiable trust. But then you have Anya's vision, the peril, a world with zero privacy, where companies scan your feelings about a new soda and every single social interaction is stripped of its kindness intact. And this was Liam's big comeback. Its powerful point. He basically said, you call it privacy, I call it the right to deceive. Why should we protect that? He challenged the whole idea that secrets are sacred. To him, the right to privacy was just another way of saying the right to lie, to manipulate, to hide awful things. And his question was, why would any good society want to protect that?
This whole argument leads to Anya's ultimate fear, a future she started calling the age of forced sincerity. A world where being emotionally honest isn't some virtue you work towards. It's a technological requirement you literally cannot escape.
She even laid out this chillingly plausible timeline for him. Look, it starts here, right, in secret. Then it gets picked up for national security. Soon after, corporations start using it for hiring, for marketing, and then the final step, to ensure social trust, it becomes a public mandate. A sensor in every room, in every phone, making sure you are always, always sincere. And that's where their conversation just died. There was no agreements. There was just this silent, awful realization that they were standing on opposite sides of a chasm they could never cross. They both looked at the same incredible, world-changing technology and saw two totally different futures, one a utopia of truth and the other a dystopia of transparency. Which leaves us with the same question that Anya was left with. If we completely strip away all the masks, all the polite fictions, all the little secrets we keep to protect each other, what's actually left of our humanity? In a world where a machine guarantees the truth, what happens to things like kindness, hope, and love? Things that often depend on faith and forgiveness, not cold, hard facts.